What if there was a story where the vampires have a religion that they spread through biting you and taking your blood? Like
that'd be a sick story in it by itself. You need to go write that down real quick. It's on recording, but I'm just saying, like, yeah,
that could be badass. Like the notion of spreading your religion through like vampires spreading their like vampire religion.
I would assume that vampires have their own religion. Did you see Castlevania, the new one with
Yes.
Richter or whatever? They have their own vampire messiah that they worship and
What
stuff.
the fuck? A vampire messiah? That don't mean nothing good for humanity.
Not at all. So like it's happening during the French Revolution, and the nobles have an alliance with the vampires. But like the vampires are trying to bring out this vampire messiah that's gonna bring endless night. And she's supposed to be like a super vampire. At first we thought it was Marie Antoinette, but now we just see that she's based on her. But when the trailer came out, I was like, damn, Marie Antoinette's the vampire leader. But it turns out that that's not Marie Antoinette. This is a different lady. But you can tell that if you look at her physically, you can tell that that's who she's based on. They drew her up as a vampire, and it's a good.
Let them eat cake.
One of the main characters was a slave in Haiti, and all the white rulers there were vampires. So she's a vampire hunter naturally, and she's got the power to control earth and metal.
Oh wait, that's hard,
Bro, you gotta check out the new Castlevania with Richter. It's not so. People get mad at me when I say this, or it's not that they get mad at me, but it makes them not want to watch the new show, and it shouldn't. But it isn't, to me, it isn't as good as the first show in terms of like characterization, because like the characters you meet in the first show, they grow on you and they become part of you and stuff like that. They did an awesome job of characterization. This show, and it might just because it's just on its first season, the old show got more than one season that you had time to develop these characters. They're not as entertaining, they're not as lovable, but the story is still epic. The story is fire as fuck, but it's just that it's almost like Korra versus Aang.
That's exactly what
Aang has better side characters than Korra does, and I feel the same way for this show.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Like Korra, the characters in Korra aren't as lovable. We off topic, but the characters in Korra aren't as lovable as the characters on Last Airbender.
But some of them are lovable, and it's still a good show. And I feel the same way about the newer Castlevania that came out. The Maria and the girl from Haiti, and the dude who's an opera singer who became a demon and shit like that. And like these are awesome and powerful characters. It's just that they've only had one season of development. Richter's not as cool as Trevor. Like he's just not as funny. It is what it is for sure. Trevor was hilarious. He's alcoholic, depressed, skilled as a motherfucker. Love weapons. Like we love Trevor a lot, but Richter's got trauma, and you feel for him, but he's just not as cool.
Yeah,
he's got cool moments, but like I don't know, Trevor. You've never seen Trevor run away from a fight, which we cannot say from Richter. But at the same time, we've seen Richter. Richter's seen his mom murdered by a vampire that turns into a dragon. So what? Like, oh yeah, go watch it. Go watch it. You won't be that disappointed. You're gonna be feeling the same way as I did. You're gonna be like, well, that wasn't the first show, but I was still entertained. You're gonna be the same way, trust me.
Somebody spoiled.
Oh, and your boy. You know your boy's in the show in the very last moment. He's at the last episode.
That's what I was about to say. Somebody showed me the Alucard part. Maybe a couple months ago, showed me the little part where Alucard shows up and saves them, and I was like, "The animation looks clean."
The animation is amazing still, if not better.
The animation looks clean, baby.
The animation might have actually gotten better.
Jeez,
like it's really fucking sick. Like the magic users and everything that they do is fucking. And almost everybody's a magic user. The main character forgot how to do it because he's got trauma, but almost every character's a magic user in this season.
Look, hey, I totally want. I mean, because from what I understand, Richter's supposed to be the strongest Belmont of all.
So right now in the story, he is not. But he's got potential to be. At the end of season 1, you can see he's got the potential. His grandfather is the strongest magician out of all the Belmonts and the Cyphers. Not Cyphers, the Belnades, the Speaker clan. Yeah. He's the strongest magician out of all of them. His grandfather.
Oh shit!
And he is in the show.
Oh shit!
His mom dies early on in the show. Like that's one of the flashbacks that shows you where Richter got to where he's at. because she got killed by an ancient vampire, and that he's a main character too.
How far past what's his name? How far past Trevor is it?
Steam era. Yeah, exactly. So that's a long time. Trevor's probably long dead. His Richter's grandfather's old as fuck right now. So Trevor is probably like that was a few generations ago, probably.
Yeah, a few hundred years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
But you could still see influence because of the way that they fight and act and stuff like that. Richter looks a lot like Sypha. He looks a lot like her.
I see that he got like the Sypha blue eyes, and I was like,
and the grandfather looks a lot like Trevor. The grandfather looks like old ass Trevor to me. That's why I was like, that's not Trevor. They're like, nah, he's another one. But he's a beast though. He's the best wizard. Yeah. Out of all of them.
Is he a Belnades or is he a Belmont?
He's a Belmont.
Okay.
But they basically became one and the same in the first Castlevania.
Yeah, true facts.
So after that, Belmonts who had speaker magic ever since. So like Trevor's mom and his grandfather both had speaker magic.
Because if I remember something correct, Trevor's the last Belmont in Castlevania. Because remember, they wiped the Belmonts out.
He was the end of a bloodline.